Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all fine. On this video I'm gonna explain you when it's time to get you a better power supply. Okay, so I'm talking here about this kind of stuff here, and sometimes when they make problems, your computer will just shut off, or it will maybe freeze, or you're gonna have some other problems, like when you begin to play a game or whatever, you're gonna just have a real problem if your power supply is just really not that strong enough. And I got here now also some kind of wattometer, I don't know how it calls in English, but with this bad guy here I can test how much watts and energy this one here is really taking from the computer. My computer right now, it is on the back, just it's just shut off. Okay, I have just switch it, the switch on off. Wait, maybe you can see that, and really here you can see it's just off. Okay, and this is also the first thing that I'm just going begin to talk about that. You can see here it's already taking 0.9 watts, so that means we are here already on about 1 watt. That you guys can see that this is really working. I'm gonna not just shut off all this stuff here. Okay, and I'm gonna now just turn it on again. And I also got here a ventilator because it's a little bit hot today. So here, this one is also working. PlayStation 4. So here, and you can see when I will now just take this power cord off, it should get to 0. Okay, here we go. Now it's 0. Okay, I have just took this power cord off. And really the PSU is off. Okay, just that you know that still when you just shut off your power supply, it's still taking a little bit of energy. Okay, and I'm gonna now just turn it on, and you just take a look here. Wait, I'm gonna just turn it on right now. So now you can see it has take on the beginning about 26, I think I saw like something like that, 26 or 30 watts, and now it's just taking about 1.5 watts. Okay, so it's more than before, but yeah, if you shut it off, it's still taking some energy, guys. So that's why it's always good if you have just stuff like this where you can really just disable all. So I'm gonna now just disable it again. So here, take a look, and now. So 0809, it's still taking some energy. Okay, this is a good video to compare this stuff. I also can go here and try to get him the rest of energy, but I have tested this already. I'm pressing and holding it, it will not change. Okay, so the power supply is still taking some energy. Maybe it's also the reason because of this power supply, because this is an old one, but at last it should have about 400 watts. But this is the next stuff that I want to talk about, you guys. Some cheaper power supplies, they are just not working like they really should work. So sometimes they just write you something like, wow, maximum 400 watts. Okay, you just need to turn it, of course, to the other side. But here it's written maximal 400 watts. But however, here it's written then maximal 180 watts. Okay, on the output on the 5 volts line and 3.3 volts line, the maximum is 180. So yeah, you will not see really how much watts on the total power it's really taking, and that's why I just like PSUs like Be Quiet or Seasonic, but we're gonna test this all later. So I got here a very old system. I got here a very old Intel Xeon, which is a quad-core processor on a socket 775, and I just love this small system because with this one here I test really lots of stuff. We got here just 2 DDR, 2 memories, and we got here a GTX 680, which was my older one, and it's not overclocked, it's just all on stock. The CPU is a little bit overclocked, so that means normally it runs on about 3 gigahertz, and it runs right now on 3.47 gigahertz. Okay, so it's not a big deal. It's not a big overclocking, just a little bit. So now I'm gonna now, like I told, make it on again. So, and now let me make on the monitor, but the monitor is not included. Okay, so we are here just talking about the computer itself. So here the watts that you're gonna see, it's just the power for the computer. Okay, all right. If this is really just with about 180 watts, then oh god, this will not be that great. So let's just turn it on right now. Here we go. System is just booting up. Fan is turning. Graphics card. Here we go. It's all working. And later I'm gonna put the camera on a tripod, and then I'm gonna be able to record. Look what I got here. Yeah. Wonderful Windows XP or HP. 64 bits. It's yeah, very rare to get this one here, because normally the most people runs yeah, Windows HP on a normal edition like 23 bits, and we are here, or I am here on a 64-bit edition, which is yeah, normally just on Japanese and English, but I have also I was able to install here also the German language, and it's okay. I just work with that, and it's nice for myself. So it needs, of course, a little bit longer, but when it's working, Windows XP or HP 64 bits is very fast. Yeah, running Windows HP on 2020 without problem, guys, if you believe me or not, but this will be also the next video. So yeah, I need to wait a little bit because I'm here on a HDD and it's loading right now all in the background, and then we're gonna do some tests, because we're gonna bring this computer under load. So that means right now it is running with about 75-80 watts. Okay, just that you can see, guys. So here it's very important that you see this is now what the computer takes when he's not working on the background. Okay, it's just doing nothing right now, really not. So now finally the stuff should get loaded. I can see that already here on MSI Afterburner and all the stuff, the core temp. Now I see the Windows, the system is just loaded, and I can go now for some stuff. So now let's just yeah, for first I'm gonna do here a benchmark, which will really be crazy for this computer, just for the test. So I'm gonna now just set the fan from the GTX 680 a little bit higher, so that it will cool really great. And let's do it about 70%. Okay, so now the fan is turned higher. I'm gonna now just shut off this fan here, this ventilator. So you're gonna be able also to hear sometimes the noise that will come from the PSU. And yeah, I'm gonna just minimize it, and we're gonna test just a cheap benchmark. Of course, DirectX 9, because DirectX 11 will not work on Windows HP, but it doesn't matter. And here, so full screen, and yeah, I got here a small resolution, so it's nothing big, okay, really nothing big. This is just a small monitor, but it's just for me, for myself, to test it. You guys can see that here. This is just my test station and all, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna press run now, and then we're gonna take a look also here as I press run, and here we go. Yes, so see how I can record it for you better. We are already on 300 watts, guys. The benchmark is not really benching. Okay, so now I'm gonna press benchmark. Now this will go really under load. Here we go. So 330 watts. I can hear the PSU already making some strange noise. And it's also good to know how much power it takes, because then you know which power supply you're gonna need for yourself. So it confirms, of course, always which graphics card you got, which motherboard you got. I just try it for you that you guys can hear that. $340. I should just let it run for a test, because I know what will happen. $342. $345. Oh, I can hear it. Game over. Okay? This is a great thing for the video. You now see what has happened. Okay, here you can see the computer just shuts down, and before it shuts down, you was able to hear here some strange sounds, because it was just too much for this guy. And what have you saw? I think it was about 346. So that means the maximum here is really 346, 45, and then it's just too much for this PSU. So that means you could also just write here something like 300 watts and finish, because now we have just done a small test for us, because 400 watt here is just a dream. I'm a dreamer. Okay, so just forget this one here. This is a very cheap one. So it was also very cheap. I think about some years ago, in the past 3 or 4 or maybe 6 years ago, I don't know, I can't remember, I have just paid about 30 euros, new, brand new. But these ones, they are never that great. Okay, this is just some cheapy manufacturers. And but you was able now to see on about 350 watts for, let's say, about 5 minutes. This was just too much. Okay, guys, I'm gonna now put my smartphone on my tripod, and then we're gonna just connect another one. So let me now just shut it off here. Where's my tripod? So I got here one. Yeah. So yeah, lots of stuff and lots of things, you guys. So let me now just get the smartphone back to my tripod. Here we go. And then you guys, or we gonna do that together, that you really can see I'm not faking around here or whatever. So I think I can let it like this. Okay, now of course we're gonna just take off the power from the CPU, the power cord. Here we go. The cable for the motherboard, and of course we need to disconnect the power from the graphics card, and this one also. and the HDD, because we're gonna need to connect the HDD on the other power supply. Now, just that you guys can see the great thing, we're gonna now take, because I got here really a lot of PSUs and I repaired them myself. So we got here now one from Be Quiet. Okay, just to compare a cheapy manufacturer between a great or one of the best worldwide. We got here the maximum 350 watts. Okay, let me just hold it like that for you guys. 350 watts. And now let's test this guy. I'm just put it over here. I'm gonna not just connect the most important things, just like it was before. And so here, let's get this back. And then we're gonna also see and test how much watts it will really take. Also, when the power supply is just switched off. Okay, this is a great thing to test. So yeah, this PSU even doesn't have a 6-pin connector for the graphics card. Really, take a look, guys. Just a little bit of cables and it was all. See, so let's connect the power cord for the CPU itself. So here we go. Now let's connect. I think I need one more. Wait. I got somewhere one more cable around here. The question is where? Ah, here. Okay. So now I'm gonna connect this one too. The graphics card, because we need here 2 times 6 pins from the power. Okay, now I'm gonna connect one here. So give me a second, guys. 1 and 2. Now I'm gonna connect the HDD. Okay, and now of course we're gonna need the power cord. Here we go, and the power supply is off. Yes. All right, I'm finished. And now let's see what's written here. 0. Okay, and it is just connected all like it was before. So let me see if I can see something with lights, but it's also a little bit bad. Doesn't matter, but you can see it here. 0 watts. Okay. Yes, now it's better. 0 watts, and the power supply is really off. I'm gonna now turn it on. Wait. Yeah. And it was also quickly on 20 watts. Now it's on standby, 1.8 watts. I'm gonna now just shut it off again completely. 0. Okay. So this is also a difference between a cheapy power supply and a great power supply. So that means the power supply from Be Quiet, when it just shut it off, it's really just not taking any energy. So now I'm gonna just turn it on again. Here we go. You take care of the cables here. So, and yeah, let's just boot it up. Very quiet. You're gonna see a really big, great difference, guys. I love that. This is for me something like the newest operation system, because the peoples outside there, they even just doesn't know that anymore. So the newcomers, they just doesn't know about Windows HP. But I love it still, and it's a great thing. So need to wait, because I got here no HDD, and This is a very, very slow HDD. I got here no SSD, so my fault. And that's why we just need to wait a little bit till the computer is just really loaded. The other thing is also that I just want to show you later is what really can also happen when a power supply is just getting older, and when a power supply will lose the power with the time. So when the capacitors gets just one time broken and all the rest, when the PSU is forced to give too much of power, and it just doesn't, how it calls in English, how I can explain you that. So if a PSU is not able to give you that power that you finally need, it can happen that the PSU can also explode, or it can also just get in smoke because it was just working too much. And that's why you should take care. When you see that computer, just like in this case now, just shuts down on a benchmark on a game or whatever, you should better get right now a better power supply, because the next things that can happen is that it will just get really more damage, and sometimes they really just explode. They really explode. They just make something like and finish. So okay, but I'm gonna show you this all later. We have now just started again, and let me now get my fan a little bit higher, because it's a GTX 680. The guys with the GTX 680, they know how hot they can run. So yeah, I think it's okay. 69. Let's go again for benchmark and do all the same. DirectX 9 on HP. Yeah, 64 bits, so I can use here finally 4 GB of RAM or more, and it's just fully enough. Windows HP, just still perfect. Got no problem with that. So for my work that I do sometimes here, I just love HP, because HP is just doing all, so without problems. Here we are now on 280 watts. So 260, 280 watts, and I need my coffee, because my lovely woman has made me a coffee, and if I do not drink it, then she's gonna kill me. And then I'm gonna sing I'm crazy. Oh no, wait. Dreamer. I'm a dreamer. Yeah guys, you don't need to understand that. Just my wife gonna understand it. You not. And the birds are watching you. Yeah. So yeah, still running. And this was also just for test, that you can see how much watts it really takes before I press benchmark. So, and now here we go, benchmark. So now it's really under load, and I'm gonna hold it like that. 294 watts. Let's see how much watts this PSU gonna just use. And it was a great thing also now to compare the cheap PSU between this one. So cheers guys, my coffee, cheers. Yeah, and for the newcomers on my channel, my English is not the best. I need to say that all the time. It's a little bit sad that I need to say that all the time, but yeah, what can I do? The best thing is that these videos are just great, and one day later or earlier you're gonna use it, or you're gonna just watch it, and then you're gonna see that yeah, this was a great video. But the English, yeah, I know. So my English is really not that great. I speak better Chinese. 是吗？是吗？Subaru Mitsubishi. Yeah, man. So 300 watts and all this still running like it should run just perfectly. And yeah, look, it's just great. 301, 302, I saw it. Still benchmarking. The PSU is so quiet. You will not hear some strangey coil whine. This PSU is just
wow, super, wow.
yeah. So guys, yeah, today I'm crazy a little bit, but it's a great video, and I will see about PSUs right now and power supplies, and just repair the things that I need to repair, and the rest I'm gonna throw it away because sometimes it's just not worth to repair. I'm gonna show you some stuff later again. So after this benchmark, but you can see it already, it's just running perfectly. And sometimes when your power supply is also very low, and when your power supply has just lose some energy, you're gonna also have problems with your display. Sometimes you're gonna see just some lines or whatever because it has just not the power for the graphics card and all the rest. Okay, you need to take care because the power supply is the heart. This is the heart from your computer, and without the power supply nothing will work really perfect, and that's why you should always test it. So here, yeah, this PSU has it has 350 watts. The maximum here was 300. I think on the older one here it was 350 watts. Can't remember, I forget it. Yeah. But this one here, look. And the old PSU here has already a 6-pin connector for the graphics card. But maybe just for a smaller one, just like this one here. Look, very small. So this one here, maybe, I don't know, 100 watts maximum, maybe 150 watts. The GTX 680 can go up to, I think, 300 watts. Up to 300, not sure. I think not so much, but should be about 200 watts, 250, 300. Doesn't matter. So the benchmark is just off now, or it's just finished, and you can see the computer is just working still without just to freeze or to shut it off and whatever. So now I'm gonna just close this application, and then you just take a look here and quit. Yes, I'm gonna quit it, and we are back again to 110 or 115 watts. Okay, I've just closed it all, and 80 watts now on idle. Yeah, it makes sense. So here I'm gonna just close it here, and I'm gonna also, no wait, let's turn the fan down, but it doesn't matter because now I will also show you, maybe show you, I don't know if I have this PSU here. Yes, I got him here, so let me just show you also how it also begins that the power supplies gets just destroyed. So now let's just shut off here. All right. Dim 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 dim. Windows HP. Dum 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 dum. All right. So now it's just off again. I'm gonna get the tripod, and let's see now again here. I'm gonna just take this away, then you can see it better. So now we'll just shut it off here and take a look here. 0. So that means probably the on and off switch could be a little bit destroyed or whatever. Yeah, so you have now see the difference between a really good power supply. This one here has only 350 watts, and this here has 400 watts. So yeah, it has not 400, maybe it has maximum 300 watts, and that's why later he has just game over. Okay, now let me get back again the tripod over here, somehow like that. Yes, take off the power cord again. So here, and let's just disconnect all. Yeah, but it's good for the tests. And this one is even not hot. Okay, this is just cold. This guy is cold, and this one here is still warm. This one here, I can feel it. It's still warm. Okay, this one is still a little bit hot. This one is cold. Cold. It's just cold. So it's also a great thing when you see your PSU is running really hot. Then you see, hey, this one here was already dying. It was just calling some help or whatever. Let me just let this one here inside. This I'm gonna just disconnect it. And this too. So here now. Be quiet. Yeah. Wonderful. Be quiet. Seasonic and Enomax. Wonderful. All right. Get it here. Now I'm gonna show you a power supply, which I don't know if I have. I have to take it off again to see some stuff here. But this one here is also just not working right. So that means when you just connect it, it will just begin that it will run. But at last, here are some capacitors just damaged, and the guy will just not be possible to turn it on. And it begins just also like that. So if you have a power supply, which the fan from the power supply is just quickly turning on, but it just doesn't work like it should work, then this is the reason or a sign that your power supply will get even more damaged with the time. Okay, so I got now here no ventilator because I have just take it off. I can see right now here is no more ventilator. But doesn't matter, I'm gonna just quickly yeah, make it on for you guys, that you can see this ventilator, how it makes. So that means your computer will just not have enough power to start. And this and more are the signs that your PSU is just not having the power that it's really necessary for the computer. So, and of course, if you are overclocking a lot, you're gonna need some more power. Yes, we need to talk about that. So wait, let me just connect this all. You guys, please do not do that at home, because you need to take care what you are doing. So I even don't need to connect the HDD, because this power supply is just, yeah, it has just no more power. I'm gonna now connect, of course, the CPU side or the CPU power cord. So should be in now. Yes, yeah, now it's in. And now let me just take this all the way so that it will nothing or happen nothing. And like I told, I don't even need to connect the graphics card, because this power supply is really just game over. I already know that, but it's just for you guys can see what happens. And so let me just take care, guys, because here I just don't want to have a short or whatever. So but now you're going to be able to see it at last here on the fan. So let me not just take this one here. I'm gonna now turn it on and let's see what it will do. So here, this one here needs 1.6 watts on the standby, just like the other one. And now I'm gonna just turn it on. Okay, here we go. Wait. All right. See, so here it tries to give the power, but it just happens nothing. Okay, again. And yeah, this was all now. So mostly in this case, it can be that the small capacitors here are just damaged, or maybe also the bigger ones here. Okay, here you got also some bigger capacitors, and when they have just stopped to work, they cannot load the energy. Okay, so now let's just make it off again. Here, this one is also shutting down perfectly, so it has really no power. That means maybe it's the power switch from this guy here. Gonna turn it on again. Yep. Let's give it a try again. Nothing. Okay, it's dead. Sometimes it works and sometimes not. And this was also now the best proof that you guys can see how this problems begins. So if you have a PSU that sometimes boots up and sometimes not, and on some other PSUs you can see it also here on the fan. The fan will turn and then it will just stop again to turn. So these are the small signs that your PSU is really just not that great, and that's why you should take care. Let me now just disable this all again. I will now just discharge the PSU. Can I say it like that? I don't know. Discharge. I don't know. So my English, like I told, is not the best. So let's get it on again. I'm gonna now just try to get all the energy out here. So you sometimes can hold it for about 5 or 10 seconds, and then the power will just get discharged. I think it's the right name. All right. Now let's on. Let's see. We're gonna have a chance again. So now it's loaded already. Let's give it a try again. Here we go. And no chance. Okay. So you can see that the PSU, he's trying to charge the voltage or the watts, but it's just not working. Okay, and now, yeah, it's game over. Okay, so I hope you guys like this video. This was just that you guys can see. And wait, I have forget a special thing. I'm gonna show you now also a broken PSU. What happens when the power supply was just not giving so much, or how it calls. I'm going to show you a power supply that was really forced to give a lot of power, but finally it was just not working because the power supply was already very old. And the other thing is also that the power supply has just about, I think, also 300 watts or maybe less, I don't know, but it was just not able to work, and then it really just explodes. It really was just like PLA! And game over. And you need to take care, because sometimes PSUs or power supplies can really explode and they can burn. And I have really saw a lot of bad manufacturers, and the power supply which also was just destroyed was a power supply from Silence. So that's why I cannot recommend Silence. Maybe Thermaltake, maybe they make also great PSUs, but power supplies like Corsair, for me, it's just game over. I would never buy a power supply from Corsair, never ever again. I have bought me one long time ago, and it was a very strong one from Corsair with 1000 watts, and after 3 days it just exploded. And then it just, it was game over. And a lot of people's with me, so a lot of people's in the past, they had also the same power supply from Corsair, and they told me, yeah man, you're right, my diet too. So where's the other one? So I'm still searching the other one because I just want to show you another thing. But on this power supply now, it's just not worth to do any repairs, because first thing is that this power supply is very old. The second thing is they use here very small capacitors, and the third thing is that how it calls in English, the parts here, they are not getting really work like they should work on a PSU, like let's say Be Quiet, okay, because this PSUs from Be Quiet or Animax or Seasonic or maybe Thermaltake, they are really just perfectly made, and they are really just calculated great. So here we're gonna now see a PSU that has just exploded. I'm gonna just show you, or try to show you that. And this was happening while it was benchmarking. Okay, so if you want to test your PSU, just let your computer run hardcore and just get your computer really under load, and then you're gonna see if your PSU is really great or not. So here somewhere it just has exploded. This was just like here, and of course I have opened the guide to see where it's the damage, because mostly I can repair it, but sometimes I just say, you know what, here it's just not worth, because all the work in here and all the hours that I need to take this all off and whatever, you can get again a PSU for about 30 or 40 euros. So that's why sometimes it's just not worth. But if you have a PSU just like a great one, like from Be Quiet or Animax or Seasonic, then of course it's worth, because the electronics and the manufacturers, they are great, and normally they should also work for a longer time. But whatever, I was benchmarking, and then somehow it was so loud, a small loud explosion, and I was now just checking around. Sometimes you can see it also here under there on the board itself. Sometimes you can see where it's black, or where the explosion was. In this case, it was here a MOSFET or a triac, and here you can see it. I hope you can see it. It was this bad guy here. Okay, so now you can see that the power supply was maybe running too hot, but I think the problem here was it was just too much for this guy. Okay, and that's why it's exploded. It was just too much. Okay, because normally they hold very long, and they are here cooled with this heatsink here, and that's why you need also a great ventilator on your PSU. But this one here, you can see also the hole, because it really just explodes. Okay, see that here? Let me try to zoom that for you guys. I'm gonna make some lights on. Here you can see that. Okay, and they are really loud when they explode. They make okay, all black over there. So here you can read on the internet which one it is, and sometimes it's just a triac or a MOSFET. So guys, I hope you like this video. This one here, of course, I'm gonna throw it away. Sometimes you can keep the fans because the fans, they are still okay. Sometimes when they are not running loud, you can still keep the fan and all the stuff, and sometimes you can also keep these ones here, the capacitors, or you can just take these ones out or solder them out. But this is just only if you are a guy like me that likes to repair some stuff and just to replace the newer parts. Then you can go on here and look, they are still okay here, see? So these capacitors are really just okay still. And maybe this one's here was also steel, but I don't care anymore. That's why I have just broke it out, because I wanted just to see, because I saw it from outside. I saw it was here black, so I of course I thought myself, can be this one's here, because lots of times they get just broken and they really explode, and then I have just here break it down, because I don't care about. And so I saw, it was this one. So at last you can take the smaller parts or some cables or whatever, or you just throw it away, because right now it's just not making any sense to repair it. Okay guys, I hope you liked this video, and I hope you have understand what I have just told you. The PSU is a very important thing on consoles, on TVs, on monitors, on displays, on computers, on whatever. So it's always very important that the PSUs is working like they should. And of course I need to say one thing. If you have now here just on-board graphics card, that means if you have not a big graphics card just like this one here, if you just use a small graphics card just like this one here, see? What is this? This is a small GTX 660, I think. GTX 660, yes. This is a small one. It just needs one 6-pin power card. So this one here will not produce so much watts, okay? This one here needs not so much watts, and it needs not so much power. If you are just using a computer with only a smaller graphics card like this, or just on onboard graphics card. So that means some computers, they got here the onboard graphics card, you see. They are really just not using that much. And if you just have a computer which you just work just like me, normally I just don't need this one here, because I'm really here with the computer just for the downloads, just for flashing some stuff, programming some stuff, make some downloads and make some work about here. See that? So if you just have a computer which you just use for the work, of course you can let a smaller PSU, okay? Even if it makes later problems, if you're gonna test it with a bigger graphics card. This is not a bigger graphics card in in the days of 2020, but the GTX 680, I just want to explain you that the GTX 680 is taking way more energy as just a small thing like this, or as a onboard graphics chip. Okay, so that's why to test that stuff you will really need some bigger graphics cards, and then you can also test if the PSUs are really working like they should. And in this case, let me not just get the power cord here back again, just to test again the other thing. So wait, let me not just connect it again back. So here, I have not just connected it back without to connect the how it calls the cables on the motherboard. Now the cable is just connected, you see that, and it's on. And now look, it's still taking 0.9 volts or watts. Okay, here the PSU, it is off. Okay, it is really off, but it's still taking 1 watt. What the hell is going on here? This is a reason to take this out, okay? Because maybe you don't think about and you just switch it off and you think, oh yeah, okay, it will not use some energy, but in the background, this guy is stealing your money. Okay, man, so that was all for me. NSC in the place to be. See ya, bye bye.